Today we're talking about Bop. The Empty Man. On the trail of a missing girl, an ex-cop comes across a secretive group attempting to summon a terrifying supernatural entity. Now, quick synopsis, quick talk about this. Make it overall quick. Starting now. So a gentleman who's an ex-cop decides that he's going to investigate one of his missing friend, or his friend's missing child. She hung out with him like 2 days prior. She seemed a little off, talking about how nothing matters and the end of the world is coming, something, so on and so forth. She goes missing 2 days after. He talks to a friend, one of her friends at school, and she pretty much says that we played this game where you think of this person called the Empty Man on a bridge at night, and you have to really think about him and blow into this bottle. On the first day you hear him, on the second day you see him, and on the third day he knows where you are and he's hunting you. And then that entire kind of like horror aspect of it drops off within the next hour, and it becomes more of this police officer attempting to hunt down where this person is, and slowly starts to unravel that there's a small cult of followers, that this is not just a little Bloody Mary game that kids play to mess with their friends, that there's an actual like worshiping group behind this being. It is a strange story, and I've let one of my friends know that it reminds me of the Bye Bye Man meets Horseman, a Dennis Quaid film, which I recommend one over the other just because it's a little bit. They're both different and same in the same way. So let's go ahead and get to the plot. The plot overall had me hooked. Like, I was interested. I wanted to know where the girl went. I wanted to know what was going on, what was killing these people. Were they doing it? Like, who this cult is. It had the I Want Your Eyes guy from Get Out. He's always fantastic. I'll put his name up on the screen here if I can remember, or it's just picture. It doesn't matter to me. The plot overall, I was thoroughly was thoroughly hooked into it, so I'll give it about a 6.5 or a 7. It was a really interesting plot. Character development, you're only really focusing on one, and that is the cop. Let me find his name, Mr. James Lasombra. You're only following James, who it seems to he has the classic ex-cop sad story. He lost his wife and child during a car wreck where he wasn't there because he was doing something with somebody he wasn't supposed to be doing, and that kind of leaves him on edge. He's taking the medicine every morning to kind of like get past this dark state in his life, and slowly over time he begins to unravel this massive case, and you do see change, you do see character development. So you do see these moments of him like softening up, but he has actual human moments. There's a genuine good scare maybe an hour and a half into the film where he finds he finds them at a large bonfire, and then the fire goes out, and then he sees them all move as a unit slowly towards the wood line where he's near. So he's trying to back up. He has small little crunch of whatever, and you see them all at once turn, and with a normal human reaction, he says nope and books it. So he has genuine human qualities, which is very important in horror movies nowadays. I hate when they make everybody so dumb that they're just like, I guess we're gonna split up. Huh? I guess this is the time where I'll leave the weapon. Yeah, I don't need anything can be a weapon, but I won't pick any of this up. But he is a genuinely smart character and he does a good job portraying him. So character development, I'll just say characters overall, that's another 6. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed the character that they presented for us, and there's a lot of side characters that are moderately interesting. A lot of them played it well. Like, if you're trying to play creepy, you play creepy. If you're trying to play scared, you play scared. Sad. So it's just overall just decent in the character development area. The overall threat is pretty solid. You don't know what it is. You only hear the definitions from high schoolers of, like, it feels like an itching at the base of your skull. It's a man who is both known and unknown. A veil covers him, and just stuff like that. And then eventually it evolves into something more and more and more. So you never truly can grasp what it is. And by the end of it, you still can't really grasp what it is because of how they left it as an unknown, which is needed in horror movies. Once again, it's my personal opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to. I hope you have a great opinion, and I hope you tell me about it. Overall threat, I'll give it another 6. Like, it being unknown makes it interesting. 6. I'll give it a 7. 7's fine for it. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Scares, there were a couple of solid ones. Like I said, to mention the bonfire earlier, he's having to do a lot of sneaking, so it kind of ties into the next one, where the overall sound or lack thereof does a really good job of just portraying how quiet he's actually having to be without, hearing somebody playing a full harp set behind him, like, don't mess this up. So it's fascinating. The scares are solid. There's not a ton of them. It comes off more as a murder mystery or a thriller, so maybe a 5 for scares. Like, there was that one really, really good one, but there's a lot of not good ones. Not good ones. There's a lot of cheap ones that are just kind of loud noises, and now they're running. So sound effects, like I previously mentioned in the previous one, or overall sound, they did a great job with portraying sound or lack thereof and using it for their advantages. Using it as an advantage, I should say. So, I mean, it did what it had to do. There was nothing over the top, so 6. Like, it was okay. They didn't do badly. Is this newbie approved? No, I don't think it is, because it's a 2-hour and almost 15-minute movie. And most newbies want either a quick scare and kind of done with it, or if it goes down that detective path, that it would stay on that and not go into these, like, almost otherworldly kind of scenarios. So it might get a little confusing. So I don't recommend this to new horror people. I do enjoy it, and I would say people who like it will like it, but whoever does not will not. Easiest put. Would I recommend this? I recommend people watching it once. If it's your type of movie, watch the trailer, and if it doesn't come off as interesting, don't. 2 hours and 12 minutes is a lot to ask for horror fans, where we're used to getting a solid quick story in 1:30 and not having to worry about anything else. So we gave it a lot of 6s across the board. I would have ranked it higher, but it was one of my overall pet peeves, pun intended, where they kill a dog for no reason, and that's once again, this is one of my personal hates in most of these movies. It's 2021. Just say the dog's missing. Don't show that. Like, it was gross. It was rough. Like, I don't have a problem with gore or anything like that, but it being a dog definitely minus a couple of points for me. I'm giving it a 6.5 overall. Like, I enjoyed the film. It kept my attention. I painted an entire figure while things were going on, and still was able to look up and not feel pulled out of it the entire time. Like, I watched it and it was thoroughly enjoyable. So yeah, that is The Empty Man. And I hope you guys tune in for the next one, because we got a lot of days to go. Stay scared. Take care.